right, guys, we're straight back. We just had a quick look at the Bitcoin graph and talked about market psychology and the composite man, and we looked at bearish divergence on the volume, and then we talked about our upper band of resistance and our lower band of support. And we do have other smaller supports here at 52-ish, and 50 and 47 is another one, and they could all come into play. If we go down, of course, we could bounce off any of those. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out and we'll look at the whole weekly average. I think I would like to look at that today. I haven't looked at it myself. Actually, we might look at the bull market support band because it's up, and then we'll go back and we'll look at the whole in a minute. Now, so here's our bull market support band, and it is behaving exactly as we would expect it to. So as we've mentioned before, all the moving averages in essence, they are just the old prices. Okay, so old prices were pretty much hovering around the old prices of our support between 40 and 43. Now, what has happened, Jade? Because price has gone up, the bull market support band has gone up. Okay, now the issue is here, if we were to come down and bounce off it on the way down, the bull market support band would turn around and go back down again. Do you know what I mean? Because prices will be coming down. Now, of course, we can now very quickly, there mightn't be time for that, and we could bounce off the bull market support band, another support, anywhere between, currently it's 43 and 46. And that would be the bull market support band, and I would be very content for someone to say, the composite man is going to buy there. I'm like, yeah, okay. Composite man could buy on the bull market support band all the time. It's always a great place to buy. So that is going up as price is going up. If price was to turn, it will go down. In my opinion, I know these are in different places. I'm just going to call this the same area. Let's not worry about a couple of $1,000 here or there. Price can very likely come down to this area here. And that wouldn't surprise me at all. I won't be waiting for prices to come to any particular numbers. I'll be waiting for a pattern. So I can show you the pattern in the 4 hours, which just double tops and double bottoms or triple tops. Let's see. So over here in 4 hours isn't as reliable, but I can show it to you here because we have more price action. So here, let's see, we were at 57.7 Jade, and we came down to 53.9-ish. Okay, now I happen to sell a lot of my Bitcoin here and at around 58, 57.9 is 57.7. We touched here, but that's a break of trend. So when the graph is going down, it's the very same as when it's going up. A lot of people aren't able to look at the graph like that. So instead of buying here, I wait for a test. And we got a test in approximately the same place. So the first one was 54 flat on this exchange. Let's see, 53.9. And then we got a second one over here and it stopped at 54.2. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll buy here. And I bought there because this was a double top. Okay. This, I'll put in some circles for you. So remember, on these time frames, it's not as accurate, but I would call this a top and this a top here. Now, why are these tops? I can show you maybe even better on the hour time frame, because my definition of a double top or a double bottom involves price movement. Let's see, did I lose my circles? Where are we? We were talking 58-ish. Oh, there's a circle over there. Okay, so you can see it better on the 1 hour. So you need price to come down and back up to create a second top. Okay, and then I bought when I had a double bottom. Here we go. And then I didn't wait all the way for this. I was watching it and considering we might have gone down afterwards, but I decided to sell my Bitcoin a little bit earlier because for me, frankly, guys, 60K Bitcoin, 61K, 62K Bitcoin, it's the same. You're not going to make a lot of profit. I'm not getting out of bed for 1K Bitcoin, 2K Bitcoin, go away. So here you have another double top, and price could go down, and it did. Now, we've only had one of these. We haven't had a second double bottom. So this is not a prediction again, guys. If this was to happen, and I wanted to buy, if price came down to around here, which of course would be our support line of our trend, I would consider buying. Now, in this case, I wouldn't really like to be buying this high up in resistance, as I expressed to you already. I didn't mind buying down here because it's below my big resistance, and I was aware I could sell reasonably soon when it goes up. So this is why I'm out now, because this kind of thing would be too much trading and the possibility of losing. And this could come down and break this line. That is not my suggestion. It's just a possibility. I feel like this is what Bitcoin does. When it goes up, it comes down. So it's under what I consider the biggest resistance it's been under. And since, like, when we look, the people who are trying to explain to me the price is just going to go up, I'm like, this is the biggest resistance level we have seen since we first saw it, which was March 2021. And after that, if we go back further, we're on the week, that's good. All on here, there's no resistance. No resistance. Now we had some little resistance over here. And that was coming out where we had our last bear trap, or bull trap, we call them bear traps here. And you see, this is the kind of resistance I'm talking about. And here, when you saw this resistance, this is why price was down here for bloody ages. Yeah. This is like a year or whatever, a year and a half down here. So to think you're just going to arrive at it and go, hello, and just go straight past, for me, sounds a little bit silly. Now, what we can do is go sideways for ages, of course. If we went sideways for ages, and then we could go up, we wouldn't have to go down. I'd be comfortable with that if we went sideways for ages, and then we could go down. What else I want to show you is the difference between accumulation and distribution, okay? So, the accumulation, they're very easy to spot after the fact, okay? And I'm going to explain why we're in distribution now. But accumulation is when price kind of goes sideways and then goes up. It means somebody was accumulating more coins. Distribution is when people are giving away their coins, and price goes sideways. Now, we aren't really going sideways yet. We're going straight up, okay? But we could say if we don't continue to go up, we're going to either go sideways or down. I think I wouldn't, this is a day candle, okay? So I think it's very likely we would have another day candle here in some more sideways. Maybe we could squeeze in two here, another one here. But then we're going to need to bounce and go up, or we're going to need to go down. But we can call this what this area will be, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 days. It's a week, and we were going sideways down here. Let's count this one. Well, let's count this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can say 9 or 10 days. Now we're around 6, 7 days. And the bottom one we know is accumulation because it went up. Now, if this goes up, we can call it accumulation, of course. But after accumulation comes distribution. You don't get a chain of accumulation until the bull run starts. But we're in the whole thing. Every little candle you can possibly see since March and April in that area, all of this is sideways. This is all accumulation. Okay, so and this, if you look at it as one cycle, it's accumulation. And then up here, this is distribution, distribution, distribution. Accumulation, distribution, accumulation. What comes next? Distribution, accumulation, distribution, accumulation, distribution. It's up, down, up, down, up, down. We know this is how it works. Now, of course, price can keep going up, but we're just reaching what? This big ass resistance. Like when we were down here at 30K and I was talking to my partner, we were down here at 30K. We had already decided, we already knew, and everybody knew that this is the resistance. This is where we'll be selling. Now, we sold here as well. It's great. And you can sell in other places, of course, do all these kind of trades. But this is, to get past here, it just doesn't make any sense. The composite man can get so many coins. If the composite man understands accumulating and distribution, which he does, he will sell here. But he's not going to rush it, because the longer it takes, the more people, the more selling he's doing. A lot of people are like, oh, there's no selling going on. If there's buying, there is selling. So the composite man is selling his coins here, but only to who wants it. Only a little bit here and there. a couple of million Bitcoin. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. But as soon as more people want it, comes around and sell more, and those people will stop wanting again soon. So we only quickly looked at the bull market support band, and I just like the composite band too much, so we talk more about him. So the bull market support band, as you can see, is down here. It is great support, as is this, and they're pretty much in the same area. And a bounce off this area would be, in my opinion, the fastest way to break this resistance. Up here, if we don't come down to do it, we go slowly. If we come down, we can go fast. I don't see why the composite man would want to go slowly when fast means he makes more money. Selling now, composite man makes more money. Selling a lot, and he doesn't have to sell a lot because volume is down in exchanges. Composite man has so much more power because the composite man only has to sell or buy a little bit to change the price. So we want him to sell an awful lot of his coins to dump the price. And I'm not even saying that, because the composite man doesn't talk to each other. It's not like, oh, let's drop the price. They're like, no, give him a profit. So I certainly think we're going to come down somewhere along here, but we can bounce higher up and we can just go sideways. All the options still exist. I'm just going to watch and buy in when the graph tells me to. And I'll try and tell everybody else when I'm buying back in too. So that's the bull market support band. And we're going to do the whole moving average now in a second. All right, we'll be right back with the whole moving average. Jade, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Whole moving average coming up.